talk about this shit. Let's get in on this shit. All right, so let me check the audio on this real fast. Let's do a mic check. All right, that's great. We straight. All right, yeah, we straight. We straight. We straight. So what's going on, guys? Hopefully you guys having a good weekend, having a good Sunday. Hit the like button if you guys are watching the replay. As you guys come in here, I appreciate you guys coming in here on this Saturday, on this Sunday. I'm still stuck on yesterday. But today we got to talk about how most people and why most people are programmed to fail, programmed to fail in today's society. Now, I know this probably isn't going to be the most popular topic, but we need to talk about it because it's very informative. It's the life you're going to live. Uh, it's best to have the most insight and awareness that you can have to strive. I did, however, before we get into the live stream, just want to interact with the chat as you guys come in here. But man, like these women today, they cannot take rejection. Before we get into the topic, I just want to talk about this. And these women today, they just cannot take rejection. Like I went out last night with this girl, and I was, the typical bumble. As soon as you get out there, she a little bit more overweight. I'm like, oh shit, hear the same stuff. Hear the same stuff occurring again. So we were supposed to get ice cream and wine afterwards. And so we getting the ice cream. I'm like, hell no, I ain't taking this woman to get no damn wine or nothing like that. And then, she figured it out and she was like, oh, well, then she got mad. And it's just like women, once women can't take rejection. Men can't take it either, but women for sure cannot take rejection, bro. And I seen it firsthand last night when I rejected this chick. I wasn't feeling her at all. I was not feeling her at all. Yeah, because I could tell she was trying to get, we were supposed to get ice cream. We got the ice cream. And then she was trying to go get that wine and wanted me to bring her back home to smash. And I just wasn't, hell no, she wasn't up to par with my expectations. So that's just a little bit of what's going on in my life. Hopefully you guys can identify. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. You went out and did a little bit of something, got outside the house, or you were working or whatever. We oftentimes don't find enough time to socialize. And we wonder why we're drained and burnt out. We got to take a break from it from time to time. So, as you guys come in here, hit the like button. If you're watching the replay, please hit the like button. So let's get into this topic, man. And this live stream will go as long as many people interact with it. It's an interactive. When people interact with the live stream, it kind of like gives me energy and feeds off of you guys' energy in the chat. But either way, let's get into this, man. So if you look out into the world today, if you're like me, you see a whole bunch of lost sheep being led to slaughter. So what's going on, Skylar? You having a good Sunday so far? What's going on? The women have showed up already. Um, but if you look out into society right now, you notice that most people are being led to slaughter sheep. And so most people, unfortunately, the way society is constructed right now, most people are constructed and programmed to fail. And what's even worse is they don't even realize it. You live in a world full of distractions. When people talk about the negative sides and the negative effects of technology, this is what they're talking about. You're in a distracted state 90, 80, 90% of the time. You're always on the phone, always looking at something, distracted from your actual life. People talk about the metaverse. Well, the metaverse is the phone. And the phone isn't going anywhere. It's gotten so bad, guys, that people can't even, if most people, if they had to shut their phone off for 24 hours, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves. They wouldn't know how to get around in the city. They wouldn't know how to uh, entertain themselves or anything like that. It's quite sick and sad, the state of humanity, but it is what it is. So, and then also you tack on the fact that most people are programmed to fail, and then you tack on the fact that most people's mindset is years behind. That's right, it's years behind. It's like with older people, they're like, well, dating back in our day was so much different. You had to go out and approach and all that stuff. It's just like, yeah, like dating what it was back in your day and dating what it is today is completely different. Dating today is monetized. It's effectively been monetized. Whenever you guys are on dating apps, you're not getting the results because you aren't paying anything. I was watching a clip recently of this Twitch woman, and this just shows you the reach of these celebrities. These celebrities, Leonard Fournette, he hit up this Twitch streamer and sent her about $500, and she's going berserk, and he just sending that so he can get attention and slide in the DMs a subtle way and get connected to her. And this woman, fully goofy. She don't even know who the hell she's talking about. She calling him Leonardo Fornetti, thinking like he's some kind of Italian dude. Nah, he's a Leonard Fournette, a football player. And so women, like, your woman's never truly safe because she's just one DM away. She's just one message away. When she goes out, she's just one approach away. She got 4 or 5 different avenues for dudes to reach out and get her. So dating is monetized. You want to cut to the end of the line, you want to cut to the front of the line, you give money. You give money. And so that's just one example of how people's mindset is outdated. But the whole society, most people in society's mindset is outdated when it comes to relationships, education, technology, everything. People are still recommending college, and it's just ludicrous to me. College is effectively a scam, especially with the AI, artificial intelligence. If you guys have been paying attention to the job market recently, UPS is laying off and trying to buy out its drivers. They're trying to buy out their drivers. So if UPS is trying to automate its systems, And that's a blue collar, reliable job that most people would like. They just got a hike last year, a payment hike last year. What's in it to come for you and your job? And so let's start with relationships. And people want to hear me talk about relationships a lot. Let's start with it. So, how are you programmed to fail in relationships? Well, it starts pretty young. How does it start young? Well, you're taught to be a simp by all the popular culture, the music, the movies, Disney Channel. All these things are avenues for you guys to become simps. This is why you're conditioned to put the woman on a pedestal. It's because you've been taught by media and propaganda to be a simp, programmed to fail in relationships. Most relationships work when the male is leading it, but they don't tell you that or teach you that until you learn the hard way. You get your heart broke, you get divorced. You're also programmed to fail in relationships due to your single mother because your single mother was trying to teach you the man that she wanted, but the man that ended up having you wasn't this nice, respectful guy. He came in, bust her down, and left. That's why she's a single mother. Or she divorced a man because she wanted to see what was out there, see if there was a better option out there. And she was programmed to fail because of feminism. Feminism tells the woman, plus you add that with the current legal system, they're incentivizing her to leave the relationship, programmed to fail. Feminism taught to put the woman herself first over everybody, programmed to fail. So that's just one dynamic of it, of relationships, how most people are programmed to fail in relationships. And then it's diabolical that they come up with a legal system that feeds off of it's a lucrative business to disorganize families. It's quite diabolical. You were also programmed to fail in education. That's right. See, when you go through school, they're trying to do two things. They're trying to indoctrinate you with the current agenda, whatever that is, through subtle ways of propaganda and messaging in that. Think about it, we've gotten to a space now where little kids want to cut off their genitals. It's utter ludicrous. It's stupid. And then you tack on the fact that the school system doesn't want you to critically think. It wants you to be a worker. It wants you to follow directions, follow authority, no matter what the consequences, no matter why the reason is, you should just follow authority. Why? Because that's what schooling wants you to be, and you become a worker bee in the workforce. Failed, programmed to fail in your career, programmed to fail making good financial decisions because they don't teach you this stuff in education. College today is pretty much just a debt scam, completely overpriced and under deliver in value. Why do we know that? Some people do pick shitty degrees, but some people pick degrees and when they get out into the workforce, they can't find a job in that field. So now they have to pick a job that they don't want just to make ends meet because they're in the real world now. And then on top of that, you've been saddled with debt. Not to mention the fact that credit cards, all these things are just debt scams. Society is full of debt. You can't get away from debt. It's hard to avoid debt. It's hard to achieve your goals. Why is it hard to achieve your goals? Because every and anything and everything is trying to distract you away from your goals. You have to be intentional about turning the phone off, about turning the media off in order to accomplish your goals. Your technology today is meant to distract you. And they got millions of dollars to get your psychology to make sure you stay on these apps. So, how can you accomplish your goals when you have all these attention, everything's trying to grab your attention, giving you auto suggestions to do certain things? Programmed to fail. Can't find a job for numerous reasons the way society is constructed. The government constructed where it allowed women to work, and now women have flooded the workforce because they outnumber men. So of course they're going to flood the market. And then getting education is correlated to getting more jobs, and women get more accepted into these colleges than men because men realize that they're just indoctrination camps. So why would I get into debt? All this debt for a 4-year degree that's not going to mean anything with the rapid uh, acceleration of technology. That's another reason why relationships are programmed to fail. Okay, you got debt. Okay, you're woman's in debt. She's promiscuous. Feminist mindset, programmed to fail. It's no secret that she's failing in life. Society, if you're listening to anything in the mainstream, you're being led astray. You're listening to anything that is public, pretty much, is a lie. You ever wonder why you can't get ahead in your life? And you said, this person said to do this and that. Well, maybe that's just the surface level part of it. Maybe there's other things underneath the surface that you're not paying attention to. And they don't tell you that. Why? Because they're programming you to fail. You will have all this debt and own nothing and be happy. They're programming you to fail. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention recently, but in society right now, the morale is at an all-time low. Every time I sit in traffic, I can just feel the tension in the air. It's like everybody is angry, uneasy, and on edge. And it's just one little thing away from igniting the whole thing. Because people are beginning to realize that society, the way it's constructed, you can't afford anything. You can't do anything financially. You can't depend on anyone to be there when you want them to be there. And so people are finding different avenues of escapism, which isn't healthy for the most part. It's usually going to dig you deeper. Now you already in debt and all this stuff. Now you have a vice that's eating away at your finances. Of course it's going to. But see, popular culture programs you to fail. And so, in order to avoid any of this programming, guys, you have to damn near shut off anything and be very selective of the things that you give your attention to Because if not, you will become victim and you will become pretty much average to nothing, just like everybody else. Everybody feels and everybody sees it, but people are too comfortable and people don't uh, want to really do anything about it. And that's another thing. The government has, in a certain way, castrated the men. What do you mean, Miles, that the government has castrated the men? Well, why are some of these foods even allowed? The reason why the testosterone levels are so low in men is because of the foods that we're eating. It's not real food. It's genetically modified food. And so that's why men are so docile today. This is why nothing will get changed today, because men have been castrated through all this artificial food. Another reason why people are overweight as well. See, programmed to fail. A lot of people are programmed to fail. Any information that is mainstream cannot be trusted. And I'm sure some of you guys are starting to notice this, but it's starting to get to the point where the political side doesn't matter. All the mainstream media is lying. So where can you truly go? You can't really go anywhere. The church is corrupt. Corporations are laying you off because it's in their best interest to automate. So what can you actually do to get out of this situation? It feels like the world is collapsing since the way society is currently constructed. It feels like your world is getting caved in. And it's because most times it is. That feeling is a real feeling. What you're feeling, you aren't crazy. Your body knows it's not crazy. Things are really getting spooky out here. And so the only person that you can truly depend on is your family, your friends, and these 10 fingers and these 10 toes to get yourself across the finish line. What is the finish line? Whether it be a relationship or whether it be, see, we think that the Amish people have it messed up. No, the people that are in this current modernized society, we're the ones that have it wrong. We're the ones the most lonely. We're the ones that can't get relationships. Meanwhile, the Amish, they live out in their community, some of the most happiest people on the planet. Some of the most happiest people on the planet. Yet we're clawing for mere existence. Everything is eating away at you. And so we're, like I keep saying, society is in a very interesting place right now. Some people see it, most people don't see it. And if they do see it, they run straight to escapism to get away from the harsh realities. But really, they're just digging their hole a little bit deeper. The more they drink, the more alcohol, the more they smoke. None of that is going to fix your plight, your current state in life. Only focus and being avoidant of distraction. And you have to be highly intentional on both. A lot of you guys are in the same jobs that isn't a good job. Hell, I've been through it too. We know these things aren't good, but we don't act on it. We know those people are bad people, but we don't act on it. Sometimes in life, we make our lives harder than it needs to be, all because we want to be nice and we want to be accepting. Unfortunately, this is the reality of society right now. And I know this is a harsh one. I know this isn't the most popular live stream. I could tell by the attendance, but I just want to come in and spit this truth to you guys because nobody else is spitting it for you. You're wondering why you can't get anywhere in life. This live stream just explained it. Your program, reason why relationships aren't working is because they're incentivized for it not to work. You can't get a job, it's incentivized for you not to get a job. Education fails you. Technology is failing you. Society itself is failing you. So that is going to be my live stream for this Sunday. I appreciate all the few people that came in. I appreciate you. If you guys watch this on the replay, I would highly appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next one, man. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. We will see you guys. Look for another live stream for me on Tuesday. And I will see you guys then. Peace.